Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this flow-based practice. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so you get a note every time I upload a new video. Let's get started. Let's try a wide-legged child's pose. Your knees at the width of the mat. Slide your hips back over your heels. Settle them down and then begin to walk your hands forward. Reaching the hands forward, sliding the hips back. I'm taking a couple of breaths here. Just taking this first few moments of the practice to settle into your body. Just breathing deep and easy. Breathing into the belly. Breathing into the back body. Breathing into the length of your spine. One more full cycle of breath here. And when you're ready, stay low here. Graze your forehead along the mat. Bring it towards forward between your hands. And then curl up into a cobra pose. Lengthening your legs out behind you. Heart rolls forward while the shoulders roll back. Big breath in. You can bring your chin over to your right shoulder. Then come to center and bring your chin over to your left shoulder. Come back to center. As you exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale up to table. Nice easy cat-cows here. Inhaling to open the front of the body. Reach the heart forward. Crown of the head high. As you exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin. Pull the back of the heart up towards the ceiling. Inhaling to tip the tailbone up. Drop the belly. Bring the crown of the head high. Exhale, curl it down. Inhale to a neutral spine. As you exhale, curl your toes under and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet here, swing your hips, shake your head, whatever feels good. On your next inhale, bring your gaze forward between your hands and bring your feet forward between your hands. Fingertips to the shins for a halfway lift. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to soften your knees and do a slow spinal roll up all the way up to stand. Hands up, look up if that feels good for you. As you exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale to a halfway lift. Lengthening, telescoping the spine forward. As you exhale, soften the knees, plant the hands, and step your feet one at a time back to the back of the mat. Always happy to modify by coming down onto your knees here. Inhale the shoulders forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way down to the mat. Inhale to go onto the tops of your feet. Roll the shoulders back, the heart forward. Cobra pose or up dog with the thighs up off the mat. As you exhale, lift the hips up and back. downward facing dog. Inhaling to lift the right heel. As you exhale, right knee comes forward to tap the right elbow. Inhale, extend that right heel. As you exhale, draw the right knee forward between your elbows. Bring your gaze ahead of your hands and drop that right foot down on between your hands. Bring the left knee down onto the mat. Let's take an easy twist here. Left hand plants, right hand lifts up towards the sky. Stay here, or if you like, we can take a quick bind, bringing the left heel in, grasping it with your right hand, rolling the right shoulder back. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring the right hand down now outside your right foot. Curl the left toes under and lift the left knee up off the mat, coming to your runner's lunge. Big breath in as we come up to our crescent lunge. Exhale to sink the hips, sink the shoulders. Big breath in here. Exhale to come to warrior two. Ground the right heel. Hands come out to the sides, palm face down. Roll the shoulders back. Be nice and broad across the chest. Turning the tailbone down. Let's inhale, one pump, straightening the right leg. Bring the hands up overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart center, back to warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior here now, bringing the left hand to the left thigh, reaching the right hand up and back, following it with your eyes. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle with the right forearm on the right knee or fingertips to the block or floor. Left hand reaches up to the sky or overhead. Big breath in here. As we exhale, let's launch our weight back up over our hips. Coming to warrior two, straighten the right leg. And this time we'll have reverse trikonasana. Left hand drops to the thigh, right hand reaches for the ceiling. Hands to the hips. Now come back to your crescent lunge, pivoting on the feet. Let's launch our weight into the right foot and come up to standing staff pose. You can have your left leg bent, or, whoops, smacked a mosquito and fell over, or push that left heel away from you. Big breath in. Exhale to bend the knee if you had it extended. This is going to be in my way. Soften into the standing leg and press the left heel back away, the crown of the head forward, coming to pose. Left hip is the same height as the right hip, so you might need to drop that down and press back through the left heel. Soften the standing legs and gently bring your toes back down onto the mat, coming to your crescent lunge. As you exhale, hands to heart center and pivot on your feet so you're facing the long edge of your mat. Take your hands here, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back, roll your elbows back, and press your knuckles away from you, away from your body. You can try and have your palms together here, but if you make more of a rectangle shape with your hands, that's fine too. Soften the knees, toes are slightly in, and let's hinge forward at the hips, coming to a forward fold. Nice, easy breathing here. Just let gravity do the work, drawing the weight of that fist up and over. Releasing your fingertips to the mat. Find a halfway lift here. And then begin to work into your left knee, coming to a side lunge. Now you can stay just like this, up high on your fingertips, sole of the foot on the mat, both feet on the mat. Or you can begin to drop that left hip down over the left heel. Toes of the right foot come high, coming to Skandasana. Fingertips down the mat, or they can come to your heart. Or you can bring your left fingertips to the mat outside your left hip and reach the right hand up and over. Nice big breath here. As you exhale, hands come back to the heart, and you can make your way to the front of the mat. Skandasana at the front of the mat. Hands come down to the mat and just pivot on your feet, coming back to your low lunge. From here, I want to bring your right foot back next to your left, high plank pose. Feel free to drop to the knees. Inhale, shoulders forward. And as you exhale, lower halfway or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, open the heart, open the chest, cobra pose. As you exhale, pull in the low ribs, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the left heel. As you exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. As you exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Bring your gaze forward of your hands and drop your left foot down between your hands. Dropping the right knee down onto the mat, planting the right hand, coming to an easy twist. Left hand can come inside the left knee, or you can take the bind, bringing the right heel up, taking it with the left hand. Nice easy twist here. Inhale to find extension. As you exhale, curl the left toes under, lift the left knee, and inhale up to your crescent lunge. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale to a warrior two. So you're pivoting on your feet here, moving around, just making little adjustments so you are comfortable. Bringing your hands out to the sides, rolling the pinky fingers back a little bit so that you're open and broad across the chest. Right hand can drop to the right leg. Left hand turns up and reaches up towards the sky, up and back. Nice, easy reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two. As you exhale, left forearm to left knee, or fingertips to the floor. Right hand can reach towards the sky. Extended side angle. Nice, easy breathing. Right shoulders over the right knee. Right hips over the left hip. Press into your feet to lift back up. Warrior two. Straighten the left knee. Take reverse triangle, reaching the left fingertips up for the ceiling as your right hand dives down your right leg. Making our way back now to our crescent lunge, pivoting on the feet, fingertips high. We're going to launch our weight into the left foot and bring the right knee high. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, hands to heart center. You can bring your hands to your hips or heart center. Extend that right heel if you like. Try and keep your shoulders directly over your hips here. Softening into the right knee. Drop it down next to the left, and we're going to make our way to warrior three. So hinge forward at the hips. Reach the right heel back. The crown of the head forward. Hands on the hips will remind you to drop the right heel. There is the biggest deck spider right underneath my face. Like you guys wouldn't believe it. Soften the standing leg. Drop your toes onto the mat, your right toes onto the mat, and pivot on your feet, coming to a prayer squat, facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, goddess your arms. Inhale, come to stand. You can take a 5-pointed star. And this time, as we exhale, bring your hands to your heart, to your hips, and pivot your feet, tick-tock your feet till they're a little bit closer in. So you're wider than shoulders, but not your wide-legged stance. And we're going to soften the knees and fold forward here. Now here's where you might want to play with how far apart your ankles are. You're going to take your right hand and grasp the outside of your left ankle. And then dive your left hand between your left leg and your right arm, so it comes behind your right arm, and take your right ankle. Just let your head drop heavy here. You can, if you want a little more sensation, you can bring your gaze over towards your right foot. Release the fingertips to the mat or the floor underneath your shoulders. And then let's try this the other way. So the left hand comes to the outside of the right leg. Dive your hand behind, your right hand behind the left arm. Take your left ankle. Gaze can come towards the left foot. And again, another one of these poses where the more you release, the better it feels. Bring the fingertips to the mat, find that length in the spine, and tick-tock your feet until they're wide on the mat, till you're coming to your regular forward, wide-legged forward fold. We'll exhale to dive down with the crown of your head. Inhale to find length. Now halfway lift. And then let's work into that right knee now, bringing the hips over to hover over the right ankle, coming in that direction. Keep both your feet flat on the mat. Stay here just like this. Or you can come up on the toes of the right foot, sinking your hips down. Toes of the left to face up. Hands can come to the heart center or stay on the mat. Right hand down to the mat. Left hand can reach up and over. Nice, easy breathing here. Bringing the hands to the heart center or to the mat. Let's launch our weight forward. Coming back to the front of the mat. Hands can come to frame the front foot as you make your way back to your runner's lunge. Inhale to bring the left foot back next to the right. As you way or all the way down. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. As you exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice, easy breathing here. Big breath in. Come up high on your toes. As you exhale, bring your knees to the mat, cross your ankles, and make your way to your seat. Scooch into the center of your mat. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen up through the spine so your heart is facing sort of up at an angle. Your spine is long. You can stay here just like this, maybe holding on to the backs of your knees, or you can release your fingertips towards the front of the mat. If you want, you can bring the shins up so that they are parallel to the ceiling. If it's available to you, you can bring your toes up, straighten those legs. Just remember, you want to keep a nice flat back here so that you are you're not rounding the spine and you're truly engaging the muscles. Nice big breath in. Reach the fingertips up. As you exhale, draw the knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Bring the hands down next to the hips. Scoot your hips till you are comfortable. Use your hands or don't to roll down onto the mat, lowering your shoulders, your head, your spine all the way down onto the mat. Bring your heels in close to your body. And let's take a bridge. Pardon me. Let's take a bridge pose. Pressing into the heels, lift the hips. Bring the pinkies of your hands, the knife edge of your hands onto the mat and press into them, really engaging the arms to lift the hips, the chest a little bit higher. Big breath in. Long, slow exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale to release. Slowly, with control, release the spine down onto the mat. One more time. Let's inhale up to our bridge pose, lifting the hips, finding length across the body. Now you can stay here. You can interlace your fingers behind you or maybe grasp your heels. If you want to take bridge pose, you can go ahead. Bring your hands next to your ears, fingertips facing the shoulders, elbows facing the ceiling. One pump to the crown of your head, and then press into your hands and feet to lift. Nice, easy breath here. Come out of this pose. If you took a wheel, tuck your chin and lower. Everybody lower the way down onto the mat. Let's shield wiper the feet a couple of times, side to side. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Bring your nose up between your knees. Squeeze everything in tight. And then when you're ready, you can open out into Savasana. Hands rest next to the hips. Palm facing up. It's just a gesture of openness here. Savasana is a really open pose. The heart is wide open. The front of the body. But having the palms open is like a gesture to receive. When you are ready to begin moving again, begin with your fingers and toes. Turn your wrists and your ankles. Turn your head from side to side and reach out through your arms and legs. As you exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Tuck your knees in, your nose in towards your knees. Sway from side to side. And then roll onto whichever side is more comfortable for you. Take a couple of breaths here in the fetal position. And when you're ready to make your way up to sit, again, take your time. Move slowly and easily. Find yourself seated tall, shoulders over the hips, crown of the head high. Inhaling the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, thumbs to the third eye and hinge forward. This is our final pose for the day. Thank you for coming to join me today. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you like this practice. If you did, please hit the like button and send me a note in the comments. Let me know what you liked about it. Have a great day. Namaste.